Hello and welcome to the second edition of the Dolly Digest, your one-stop shop for all Lancaster City and NPL news. Thank you to everybody who watched the debut episode now 2 weeks ago. Your support not only for this project but for everything else we do across social media is very much appreciated. With so much happening pretty much hour by hour last Friday and Saturday, we made the decision to postpone to this week where we have plenty to report on. I'm recording this Friday lunchtime for release on Saturday, so let's hope for a very quiet 24 hours. Otherwise, anything I say may already be out of date. Do check on our Twitter and social media pages just to find out everything else that's going on. We begin at Lancaster City, where this week we had the official kit launch for the 23-24 season. Always an exciting time at any football club. After an introduction here on YouTube from a certain Mr. David Hall, with many historical Lancaster kits from days gone by hung there in the changing room, there was a gathering on the Priory steps last Saturday where we had the introduction of the Dolly blue and white stripes that the players will wear this coming season. Get your orders in now from 17 Sport. The kit looks fantastic, and that's just the home shirt. There are much more to come. Speaking of our shirts, we do have sponsorship opportunities available on our kit. We have space on the back of the shirt, shorts and sleeves. It'd be great to have some local businesses on there. In my opinion, as a club, we should have more engagement from local businesses, and equally, we should do more for them. It's a two-way street, something that we're rectifying through ideas like the Dolly Digest. Anybody interested should contact the club on dave@lancastercityfc.com, where one of our directors, Dave Evans, will be happy to assist you. In terms of pre-season, Lancaster have now announced 6 friendlies. We begin on Wednesday the 4th of July away at Slyn with Hest. Then we have Altrincham on Saturday the 8th of July in the first of 2 home friendlies. The next is against a Bolton Wanderers B team on Thursday the 12th of July. And after that, it's 3 Saturdays on the road, starting with Holcott Old Boys on the 22nd of July, Widnes on the 29th of July, and Clitheroe on the 5th of August. The games will either be available to watch on our YouTube channel or covered by Dolly Blue Sound, so you'll never miss a kick. Or at least that's the intention. Anybody who has listened to Dolly Blue Sound this season knows how inaccurate that statement might be. I'm looking forward to the return of the likes of trialist number 9. He did all right last season. Hopefully, there are some more gems to find. Lancaster City ladies are next in action in Lancashire FA Women's County League Challenge Cup final. Still not a catchy enough title. Against Horwich St Mary's ladies tomorrow, which is being held over at Thornton Cleveley's FC. It's a midday kick-off. Entry is free on the day, and the Dolly ladies are arranging a coach for supporters. Just a few seats left, I believe. Contact them on social media, such as Twitter @DollyLadies22, or go through Kaylee Young directly. Scott Kingside are looking for a second trophy in the cabinet after winning the Lancashire FA Women's County League Division 1 North/West. Their opponents, Horwich St Mary's ladies, they won the Division 1 South and East version. So plenty to play, as they will also come across each other in the league next season. From having no trophies, interim chairman Andy Baker could have 3 by the end of this weekend, following the success of the under-23s and the ladies. A huge thank you goes to everyone who voted for our fantastic players, managers and volunteers in the Non-League Bible Awards. Each Lancaster nominee placed in the top 4 in their respective categories, proving that the direction our club is going in is most definitely the right one. Really fantastic achievement for everybody there, especially the likes of Mr. David Hall winning the awards. Now on to the main event. The big news, and the main reason last week's broadcast of Dolly Digest was postponed, is that the retained list has been released after a lot of hard work by Mark Fell, the directors, and Charlotte, our wonderful club secretary. We'll very quickly go through the list that we have lined up to wear that beautiful new Dolly blue and white striped kit. Charlie Bailey remains with the club after discovering a rich vein of form late last season. Everybody's excited to see a fully fit Jake Connolly. We all remember his exploits away at the likes of Radcliffe as he sparked a late comeback. It'd be fantastic to see him for an entire campaign this year. Brad Carroll remains with us, as does top goalscorer Nick Evangelinos. The 4 mentioned so far did have contract extensions built into last season's contract. New deals have been agreed with Directors Player of the Season Sam Bailey, Dom Lawson, Supporters Player of the Year Carl Brownhill, our marathon man Christian Sloan, and defender Jamie Mellon. Both Dom and Jamie had injury concerns that kept them out for many games last season, so we hope that they are behind them. We can see a lot more of them on the field for the coming campaign. Players Player of the Season Niall Calberthwaite has agreed a new contract, which I think is huge for the club. I've picked him out because he is, in my opinion, the best defensive midfielder in the division and wouldn't have been short of offers elsewhere. New contracts have been offered to Andrew Teague and Caelan Gallagher-Allison, of course suffered that horrific injury against Hyde United. We remain in discussions with the likes of Brad Carsley, Nathan Woodthorpe, Paul Jarvis, Pat Allington and the David Norris. Rudy Masambo did agree a new contract with the Dolly Blues, but has since transferred across to Farsley Celtic in Vanarama National League North. A fantastic move for him. Couldn't be prouder of Rudy. Came in when we really needed him at the end of last season. Had a bit of a defensive crisis, as many people will know. Rudy, steadying the ship there, has been rewarded with that move up a league. Edic Parkrew has been invited back to pre-season training with us, while the quartet of Pavel Zook, Sam Waller, Matthew Tweedley and Owen Robinson have returned to their parent clubs following loan spells. We'll briefly have some time for some NPL news. There's been plenty of managerial movement in the Premier Division. Brad Cook has departed Atherton Collieries after almost 4 seasons. He's been replaced by David Chadwick. Radcliffe have brought in the well-known duo of Anthony Johnson and Bernard Morley as first-team managers. They've already signed some big names: Scott Duxbury, Matt Sargent, Jordan Hume and Lois Maynard. Carl Jarrett has left Mask United yet again after helping them avoid relegation. New manager at Mount Pleasant is Graham Lee. Macclesfield are amongst the big movers in the transfer market, pretty much as you'd expect. Robbie Savage with his chequebook out. Macclesfield have signed Tom Pears, Sam Heathcote, Max Johnson, Hayden Campbell and former Lancaster City forward Paul Dawson. Also in need of a new manager after Neil Dans left to take up a role with Tranmere. Experienced former EFL player Mark Duffy has been promoted to the top job with the Silkmen. Both Gainsborough Trinity and Guiseley have been busy. Gainsborough have lost Clayton Donaldson to Farsley Celtic, joining Rudy Masambo there, but brought in the likes of Bobby Johnson, Dale Southwell and Lewis Petroid. Guiseley have completed the permanent signing of Courtney Meppen-Walters, who of course was on loan there last season, Princek Polo and Tom Pratt. So thank you for joining me for the second edition of the Dolly Digest in partnership with Lancaster City. Have a good weekend and get your orders in for the new Lancaster City summer range and 23-24 kit.